Deftones, Hearts, Wires, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'll play all the different parts, both guitars. After that, I'll go back through, give the full explanation for everything. Before we jump in, please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and you want to see more Deftones stuff. And now, let's dive on in. Alright, so of course we got two guitars going on here, and technically three in the beginning. But we have our kind of typical Chino, CGC, FAD, drop C tuning here. And then we have the Stephen Carpenter, super low 8-string F sharp standard tuning. So I'll show you what both of those guys are doing. If you want to just kind of take what chords are being played, I'm going to, leave all the chord names on this stuff. So if you can find that chord in whatever tuning you want to play this in, you're more than welcome to, and it's up to you. So we'll fast forward through all like that intro blues soloing, and we'll kind of start where they do this live. So when they play this live, they kind of come in at this spot after the kind of extensive soloing that happens there, and it's just this arpeggiated picking here, and Of course, we're in our C, G, C, F, A, D Chino tuning here, and he's doing this part. We're at the 5th fret on the 3rd string, 4 on the 2nd, 3 on the D, and we're just basically picking through that a certain way. We'll do the 5 on the 3rd string, 4 2nd string, 3 on the 1st, then we'll go to the 4 2nd string, 5 on the 3rd string, 4 on the 2nd string, and the 5 on the 3rd string, and then we just kind of loop it from there. So let's just try it slowly here. And during the verses, he's doing this little bit here where we'll come up to 8 on the 2nd string. We hit 8 there, then 8 on the 3rd string, go 7 on the 3rd string, and then 6 on the 2nd string. And hold that for a couple counts, and then we'll drop down, hit the 5 on the 3rd string with the 4 on the 2nd string. All right, and we would do that a couple times. At the end of the 2nd time, we would come down, hit the 3rd fret there, and just give it a bend, slow bend and release. All right, and we would do that initial little pattern again, and kind of sandwiched in between the final 2 times we do it there, that 3rd guitar kind of comes in over the top, and it just does this 1st string here. All right, it goes 4, 3, 1, kind of in between them. And at the end of the verse, we kind of get these held out chords that happen here. And we're kind of coming off of our previous, 5 on the 3rd string, 4 on the 2nd there. So we'll hit that, but then we'll pull that 4 off to 3. All right, and after that, we'll come on up, we'll hit 7 on that 3rd string, 6 on the 2nd, and then we'll keep it going. We go 8s on the 3rd and 2nd string, hold that for a moment, and then we'll just come off and hit this 5 on the 3rd string. And now for the Stephen Carpenter guitar. This will be in the F sharp standard tuning, basically the 8-string vibe going on here. So we'll have the low F sharp string, then the B, and then it starts 6-string style, E, A, D, G. All right, so pretty low now. And this is, kind of like the diamondized tuning, all that stuff. And it kicks off just kind of hitting some bass notes throughout that long bluesy intro vibe. And we'll just start here with the 4th fret on that low F sharp. Bounce between that for a couple measures to the 2nd fret on the B. Alright, it just kind of goes back and forth between those two guys. For the first verse, we're just kind of palm muting some B flat power chords here. And just do that at the 6th fret on that 4th string there, the E, and then the 8th fret on the A, the 3rd string there. All right, so we're just strumming through that through a measure. All right, and then there's a real subtle little thing, and I'm not even so sure they do this live, but in the recording you can hear it, where it's just this quick little added 9th fret on that E instead of the 6. Keeping that 8 on the A, and it's just a quick little couple strums, and then back to that 6 and 8. All right, and then just down 2 frets now, the whole thing for the A flat at the 4 and 6 for a couple there. Okay, so it's a real subtle kind of palm muted vibe going on there, and the 2nd time through, basically we just stay on that B flat at the 6 and 8, but once we get to about the 2nd measure of it, we just kind of give it this slow, gradual bend. All right, and we would just go through those 2 patterns just like that a handful of times, and at the very end, 4, 5, 6 on the fourth string here. For the second verse, we get a little busier with it, kind of doing some scaling around. Same area there. We'll just start off with some palm muted sixes on that E, that middle E, the fourth string. About 3 of those, come up to that 9 for 3. Then we'll come down and hit a couple sixes on the third string A there. Alright, then we kind of repeat it again, all the way to that 6 on the A. Okay, and then we'll go back between the 9 on the fourth string, the E, down to a few 8s on the third string, off to a couple 6s. Alright, and then we just kind of bounce between 8s on the third and second string. Alright, and then go between them again. Come off to 6s on the third string. And then back to the 8, 8, 8 on the 3, 2, 3 string. Alright, for the chorus, we do this little scale up into it. We go the B string here, fifth string, we go 4, 6, 7. Land into this B flat power chord at the 4 on the F sharp, 6B, 6E. Just kind of a loose shuffle strum through it. And then there's a little subtle thing after that first time through there, where we kind of do that same scale that we did, but we just come back to that 6 right after it. We go 4, 6, 7, back to 6. Alright, just a real subtle thing that happens right there. And then we would repeat back into our B flat, fourth fret here. And after this, we just kind of do the 4, 6, 7. Okay, kind of a funny little switch up there. And to cap it all off, we just drop down to the second fret at the A flat there. Alright, the 2 on the F sharp, the 4 on the B and the E. Okay, strum it out through like that, and then just that last beat, we just drop down to the first fret with the 3s for that G power chord. And the chorus, and the second chorus, kind of has a new little ending there. It gets kind of close to what's happening at the outro, but what we're doing is we're just kind of splitting this B flat, fourth fret power chord there, splitting a measure where we're hitting at, and then we're doing kind of the very end where we do the second fret A flat to the G. So we kind of condensed it a little bit, I guess. And we would cruise through that a couple times and then do the fourth fret power chords again. And then we do these kind of dynamic hits with the second fret to 1. It's like 4 A flat, second fret strums, and then hit that G at the first fret. Alright, and like the drums are hitting along right with that, so it's this kind of like dynamic way to end it. Same frets, same power chords, but just kind of a more dynamic power chord strumming style there. For the bridge, we kind of have this long interlacing of power chords here, and it'll start with a new one, the D flat power chord at the second on the B, the fifth string, and then the 4 on the E and the A. Alright, and we just strum that out for a good 3 measures. Alright, and then we'll strum it out a handful of times, and then come up to the 4th fret, the 4 and the 6 for that E flat power chord, just at the final beat. Alright, and then land back at our 4th on the F sharp, 6 on the B and E for the B flat. Carry that out through a couple measures. And then we do this bit where we'll hit that same chord again, the B flat, come on up, hit a quick 6 and 8s for the C, and then land down at the 2nd and 4s for the A flat. Carry that throughout a measure or so. And then we'll switch it up now, and we go to the 4th on the B string with the 6s under it on the E and A for the E flat power chord, and carry this through a couple of measures. and then we're going to kind of scale it down where we go down to the 2 and 4s for that D flat, and then finish at the 1st and 3s there for the C. Alright, and then we would just cap it all off by doing the B flat up to the C, down to the A flat again. Alright, and from there we would just get right back into the chorus. And for the outro here, like I said, it's kind of reminiscent of how the second chorus ends. And we're doing that same B flat power chord at the 4th fret down to the A flat G. Alright, kind of carry that through a couple times and then do the first half again. Alright, and then we'll jump up to some dynamic hits like we did do, just at a new spot. We're going to do this higher voiced F sharp now at the 2 on the E and the 4s on the A and D. Alright, so we got that 4th string, 3rd and 2nd. Alright, it's just that 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop it down a fret and back up to the 2s. And then we come up to our low, 2nd fret power chord here. Alright, the A flat here. Okay, just a couple counts there, and then we'll drop it down to the D power chord at the 2B. Alright, keep our 4s under it with the E and A. And then up to the 4 and 6s. Alright, and then do the initial section again, the B flats to A flat G. Alright, and then we repeat that whole thing twice, and then we'll just finish on 4th fret here, that B flat.